We're going to be palpating rectus abdominis in this video. So as you can see, obviously we have our person in a supine position, and we're going to be going through both palpation in and around the ribs, as well as down towards the pelvis and the pubic bone. So for the beginning of this, since it's kind of arguable on which one is more the origin versus the insertion, some textbooks will believe that more the stable pelvis is the origin, where others will go with more the ribs. And the reason for this is because the ribs could move closer towards the pelvis, or technically your pelvis could roll posteriorly up towards your ribs. Therefore, both of them have some connection. As a person's typically doing just a little bit of a crunch, you can go ahead and just do a quick sit-up, you have both the abdominals moving in both directions within this. And that is one of the reasons why, again, both origins can flip. So I'm going to be starting off with the pelvis. So I'm going to be asking my partner basically to take his part of his hand and kind of walk down the front of his abdomen until he feels a bony object in this area. And you're just going to lay your hand across that, and I allow to palpate above your hand today.
Yeah.
Okay. So typically this is creating a border, and we want them to use the opposite side hand versus the side that you're on, because then it gives you better access to kind of palpate in this area. So we have a border, we have permission. Now typically what I'm going to do is start just below umbilicus and walk down the center, which is known as the linea alba. And when I get towards the bottom, right in the center here where the two pubic bones meet, that is known as the pubic symphysis. So this pubic symphysis and just off to one side is known as the pubic crest. These two central origins for rectus abdominis here. So it's quite narrow towards the bottom in more of a bilateral palpation. We look about this wide. Again, if you just slightly bring your head, and perfect, that's enough to activate the lower rectus abdominis attachment. You can relax again. And now I'm just basically going to walk up on one side. So within rectus abdominis, you can palpate on a single side, or again, if you're wanting to, you can palpate on both sides. A nice easy way to do that, again, is just for a very slight crunch and engagement, and you'll be able to feel the edge of the rectal sheath, and you can relax back down again. So this is giving you an outline of rectus abdominis on one side versus if you were trying to palpate on both. Now, as a lot of you have seen, kind of the 6-pack or 8-pack, rectus abdominis is not just one tube of muscle, but it's actually more intermuscular segments. So you have connection pieces where there's little packets of muscle almost where they shorten together. So as a person again comes up for a slight crunch, good, you'll have these small sections all shortening together, keeping the muscle fairly flat. You can relax. So again, bilateral palpation, rectus abdominis working its way up towards the rib attachment. And centrally it goes right up to the costal cartilage of rib number 7, which meets in the middle here at our xiphoid process. And just lateral to that on the costal cartilage of this 7th rib, the last one to go into the sternum. So that's heading down in this direction here, slightly above that on rib number 6 costal cartilage, and then rib number 5. So this muscle is going all the way up, right kind of where the bottom of pectoralis major is going to be attaching. So again, just a nice slight crunch, good, that's more than enough. So it's much wider up at the superior attachment, and it gets a lot narrow as it goes down towards the pubic attachment, and you can relax back down. So that's going to conclude our bilateral and single-sided palpation of rectus abdominis.